Welcome back to Finance Flicks Hub, where we break down the market stories that matter most to investors who want to stay ahead of the curve. Today, we're diving into a company that's flying under the radar, a small AI stock with some analysts seeing up to a 300% upside. But before you jump in, let's unpack the story behind this company, why investors are getting interested again, and what it might take for it to become the next big AI breakout. Similar to what we saw with Applied Digital. Let's get into it. Every investor dreams of finding that hidden gem, the kind of stock that triples or even quadruples in value before the crowd notices. But here's the truth, these kinds of opportunities do exist, though they come with high risk and high reward. Market analyst Thomas Hughes explains that speculative stocks, especially in the AI and data sectors, can deliver massive gains, but only if managed carefully. That means small positions, clear risk control, and patience. You don't need to bet your rent money on a single stock. But having a small piece of a potential 300% winner, that's how portfolios get interesting. Introducing the company, Datavault. The company catching investors' attention today is Datavault, a small cloud-based data management firm with a bold new direction. Here's what they're doing. They're combining artificial intelligence, data organization, and cryptocurrency into a single platform that helps businesses monetize their data. How? By tokenizing data, turning information into tradable digital assets that companies can sell, exchange, or use for revenue. Recently, Datavault announced partnerships with IBM and received a strategic investment from Skylex. Both moves signal that major players believe in what Datavault is building. Why this pivot matters. This isn't a brand new startup. Datavault has been around for years. In fact, its earlier struggles included 2 reverse stock splits, which hurt shareholder value. But now the company's reinventing itself around one of the fastest growing trends in tech, AI-driven data monetization. Think about it. Every company, from a cheese manufacturer to a logistics firm, sits on massive amounts of unused data. If Datavault can help turn that raw data into cash flow, the potential market could be enormous. Technically, the stock's showing signs of life again. Rising support, a potential trend reversal, and price movement above key averages. These are early indicators that momentum might be building. Learning from successful pivots. To understand what could happen next, let's look at a company that's already pulled off a similar transformation, Oracle. Oracle used to be a legacy software provider, but after shifting to cloud computing and AI, its business took off again. Now it's a major player in AI infrastructure. Datavault is attempting a similar kind of pivot, from an old model to a futuristic, AI-centered business. If its technology gains traction through new deals and real-world usage, it could follow the same kind of success story. The technology, turning data into digital gold. Datavault's platform helps companies organize, visualize, and tokenize their data. Once tokenized, that data can be sold on digital exchanges, creating a whole new way to generate income from information that would otherwise sit idle. Imagine a small farm with years of production data. With Datavault's tools, they could package and sell that data to an analytics firm interested in agriculture trends. Now multiply that across thousands of industries, retail, healthcare, logistics, finance. The potential scale is huge. The financial picture and risks. Now it's not all sunshine and easy profits. Datavault has had its share of financial challenges. That's why investors should watch whether the company can use its new funding wisely and avoid further dilution. The partnerships with IBM and Skylex bring credibility and resources, but execution will be everything. If management can prove their tech works and land contracts, it could validate their entire business model. If not, the stock may continue to drift. Analyst coverage and market sentiment. At this stage, only 3 analysts are covering Datavault. That's not much, but those analysts rate it a moderate buy and see roughly 300% upside potential. Institutional investors, like mutual funds and hedge funds, currently own less than 1% of the stock. That means the big money hasn't moved in yet. On the flip side, short interest is high, around 25%. That means plenty of traders are betting against it. If the company delivers strong news, that short interest could quickly turn into a short squeeze, forcing those traders to buy back shares and driving the stock higher. Upcoming catalyst: earnings on the horizon. The next key date for investors to watch is November 14th, when DataVault reports earnings. Analysts expect around $6 million in revenue, which would represent triple-digit year-over-year growth. If those numbers hold up, or if management announces new deals, it could trigger a wave of optimism and start the next leg up. In speculative markets, it only takes one strong quarter to change everything. The comparison. Applied Digital's meteoric rise. We've seen this story before, with Applied Digital. A year ago, it was a small player shifting from crypto to AI data centers. When the market saw proof that its strategy was working, new contracts, rising demand and real revenue, the stock absolutely exploded. It even triggered a short squeeze as bears rushed to cover their positions. Today, it's one of the top AI infrastructure plays on the market. If DataVault can mirror that kind of validation, it's not hard to imagine similar momentum building. And fast. What could spark the next big move for DataVault? The recipe is simple, but challenging. Strong earnings or partnership announcements, visible progress on its AI tokenization platform, growing analyst coverage, institutional buying, and a short squeeze event. When those ingredients align, the result could be explosive. Just like Applied Digital, it might take a few quiet months before the move starts, but once it does, it can happen very quickly. Every once in a while, a company tries to reinvent itself and succeeds. That's what DataVault is betting on right now. It's speculative, it's risky, but it's also filled with potential if the pieces come together. Remember, don't chase hype blindly. Build a strategy, manage your exposure, and always research before you invest. Because in this market, knowledge, not emotion, is what separates real investors from gamblers. That's all for today's breakdown. Do you think DataVault could become the next Applied Digital, or is it still too early to tell? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Finance Flicks Hub, where we simplify complex market stories and uncover the next big investing trends before they hit the headlines. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay smart, stay patient, and happy investing.